welcome back. We're live tonight with the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown, and we are focusing on the Penguins, who went to Washington and got a big 2 points. We're getting into goalies in a second, but first I want to ask these guys, and Jason Mackey, I'll start with you. This is a Penguin team that looks very capable of winning a cup. But we're getting next to the trade deadline coming up here shortly. Jim Rutherford always has the itch. Will he scratch it? And if so, should he look for something big, significant, or should he just add on, or nothing at all? What's your take on what they need to do?
I'd like to see Jim go big, Bob, and I think he will. I think it's in his DNA. He's done it for years. The one thing I don't think he should do, and I don't think he will do, is trade Justin Schultz. I think Schultz is too valuable on the back end, but if I look at their forward lines, I want a left wing. I want somebody to replace Jake Guentzel right now. I know that it might be a rental. Gensel's obviously going to be back next year, but I want somebody who can score in the playoffs. I like the way they're playing right now, but
when has the big splash worked for Rutherford in the season? These trade deadline blockbusters, Jason.
Why do they work?
No, when has it worked for him? The big splash move.
I mean, what are you going to consider a splash move? Like, I mean, I would consider getting Carl Hagelin a significant move.
Well, right, but that was in December, and they traded Perron to get him, and they were, you know.
It was January.
Okay, was it late January? Because I don't think it was. It was not one of these deadline, like, 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Well, he normally makes it before the dedeadline, though.
Right.
His
I mean,
history suggests he doesn't wait around.
We're not talking about trading for a generational talent here. I mean, I'm talking about bringing in Brandon Saad.
Okay, the last time they made a trade like that was Brassard, and it totally blew up in his face. I mean,
yeah, but you can't not make another move based on Brassard's poor attitude, in my opinion.
Well, but
Rutherford has had more success.
But he turned that around and get
players.
Bukestad and McCann, so that turned out to be.
But for me,
he cleans that stuff up too.
Pomp, they've spent all season sort of building this identity. I mean, they literally have lived the next man out. Brian Rust has, what, 22 goals? I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, so why? I don't think that
another option would be good.
I mean, I understand you want to have more depth for the playoffs, but I mean, unless you could get somebody to take Galchenyuk, I don't really know if you
that ain't happening.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know if you need that. I mean, they've done such. I was skeptical at the beginning of the year, thinking that they would buy into what Sully was selling about how they had to play. They bought in 1 through 20. I don't see the need to really mess it up.
The last time they won the Cup, their deadline deals were Ron Hainsey and Mark Streit. I mean, they made depth moves. And so I guess my nightmares are a Ginla trade, Brassard trade, when they've really said we need that one big name to get us over the hump. It hasn't worked. So that's where my bias comes in on this. They're a top 10 defensive team. They're a top 10 offensive team. They have great goaltending. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
All right, well, that's going to be interesting to see, but I got the feeling he's going to do something. It doesn't I wonder what he's going to give up, and will it be another #1 draft pick?
I wouldn't trade the #1 pick.
Because this draft apparently is a pretty good one and a deep one, so that's going to be the question. I want to talk about goaltending, too. Jason, back to you on this one, because I was a little bit surprised he went with Matt Murray today, only because Tristan Jarry had played so well in the third period of the last game, but he's clearly now engaged in a good competitive battle here. So where does it go next? Do you think it's a rotational system? How's he going to play this thing?
I think it's going to be played by feel, and I think we should also handicap that by saying that Matt Murray has been and will continue to be Mike Sullivan's guy. At the beginning of the season, I mean, it certainly didn't seem that way because Tristan Jarry was playing better and Mike Sullivan gets paid to win hockey games. But if Matt Murray is playing well, and that's an option for him to go to, that makes more sense for the Penguins. And I think he's going to stick with Murray for the next game. That said, if Murray blows up, he's going to have no problem going back to Tristan Jarry. It's going to have to be kind of a touch and go, a feel sort of thing. But the way Matt Murray's game looks right now, especially in the third period against Washington when the Penguins couldn't get the puck out of their own end, Murray was really good and helped them win that game. And if he's going to give them that sort of split, he's going to win the job back.
I mean, I think if you're going to he can't just have Jarry carry them through the regular season, and then when they get to the playoffs, be like, all right, Tristan, I appreciate your hard work here, but this guy's got his name on the cup twice. We're going to give him the job. I don't think you can do that. I think you got to start putting Murray back. You got to have him start on the front end of some of these back-to-backs coming up. You got to see where he's at, not just, well, the other guy's tired. And I really think that's actually going to happen the last 2 months of the season.
All right, now it's time to go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops you're going to find anywhere. That would be Armina Stone. Andrew, we'll start with you on your Smooth Move of the week.
Yeah, I'm going to give a big shout-out to the advertisers, the people that spent the money on the Super Bowl. I think we've had a bad run, and this year a great batch of commercials, from Jason Momoa to Bill Murray's Groundhog Day for, I think, Jeep. I laughed. Maybe I cried at some moments, but in all, I liked the commercials this year, guys.
I'm going to give it to my 10-year-old who, in the middle of the halftime show, he's a boy. After J-Lo switched into her second outfit, he turned to me and his mother and said, "Should I be watching this?" The good news is we had the talk about a year ago, so it didn't get too awkward after that. But anyway, Colin, you're a man now, my man. Good job.
Man, I don't want to follow that. But, I spent this week at Pirates Fantasy Camp down there, met some really good dudes, some guys really into baseball, had a great time. So I guess I'll give it to myself, but more everybody else attending that camp that made it so fun.
So you followed it with fantasy camp. Very good on your part there, Jason.
I had a fantasy tonight, Bob.
Armina Stone, Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops you will find anywhere. That's Armina Stone. When we come back, what are the Pirates doing? We'll talk about it next.